Now we can see again. Yeah, I'm quickly gonna prepare my pipe and then we'll run on, have a forward. I mean, technically speaking, since we have just seen that it takes about 6 hours or so to finish a character, we might actually finish one whole character in one session, which would make this the pretty much ideal short game, if you ask me. Start to finish, one stream, not bad. Because there are 3 characters, and I think actually the next one, these 1 and 2, all of their charm and the bump combat system. That's that. Also very much on the shorter side. Actually, I think if memory serves, and I remember this right, in these 1 the max level is like 10. There's like, I don't even remember. Was it even 50 different enemies in the game? I don't remember off the top of my head, but the older entries are relatively short. Once you get to stuff like Felghana, for example, that is a lot longer in comparison. And what was the last one I played? Monstrum Nox. That one is, of course, very much longer. Full-fledged. Also a lot more. Well, it has never lost its core as a game series, but it does provide a lot more story than its predecessors did, for the most part. Most of these games, as I said, you know, they're good SNES games. Very different to the Legend of Heroes games, which do require a lot more patience, to put it mildly. Honestly, all the better for them. They are good games, very intricate little worlds they've created, lots of little details that make them very much so lovely. Probably one of my most beloved series in this particular regard, not gonna lie. I don't think I remember where to go from here first, so we'll just explore and see. Yeah. And this seems to be the best way, because there's a little button there, and that is usually a good sign. As I do like that the game is like, yeah, you know, you're supposed to be going back, but if you want to explore some more, I'm not stopping you. Now the question is, as is often the case, which way to go first? That seems to be the way forward that we just opened up. Ah, but I forgot. Ah, yeah, that room. It's a trap! Alright. Acquired Beast Medallion. Then the door was just locked. You get locked in with fucking asshole knights. Murder all of them. Good thing I decided to check this out first. I do try to remember if there's any place near that we need to look for the eyes, but it's one of those more intricate details that even I don't remember. Not off the top of my head, at least. Alas. The toilet. Clang, 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 clang. And another thing about it, highest difficulty we should actually have no actual need to level overly much. I think it starts on normal when you do have to stay in the areas a bit longer and level a bit more. But you know, some grinding kinda is part of the game. But making the fucking beds red. That's a more than annoying decision. Well, you know how the story goes. Might be annoying, but it is what it is. Also, actually, that reminds me, this game is actually also something you can play very nicely while you are doing something else. See ya. Divine blessings. Strengthen current leggings. If you mean my booties, yes, please. Strengthen my booties. That is kinda just... I mean, you can get it just to get it, but it's really not something you need to get your hands on. Increase effective verbs, extend drop item effects. None of that is really impressive. I guess we get that out of the way, just so we get it out of the way. Actually, no, man. Maybe there will be a point where I'm like, okay, now it does something. Let's get the cheap ones out of the way, and we have them. And then they will get more pricey. And then we don't have to look at this menu for probably quite a long while. Yeah, because at this point the cheapest one is 8,000. Save. Use the Beast Medallion. Open sesame. Yes, yes, very much so. Then the music just fades. And I know how to make such a fade now myself. Yes. Yeah, just a whole lot of nothing, an empty space. You see, Unica, you haven't played many games in your time. Oh yeah, shit, this motherfucker. I think I do remember this was a bit annoying because I needed to... yeah, we needed to do this, then jump up on his fucking brain and beat the shit out of his brain. Give him some actual literal brain damage. This style of game... there were action games like this, but all the way back on the SNES actually. But usually not this fluid. They tried, mind you, very unsuccessfully to do that. A bit longer, but let's say the idea of making it action-based is not new. There are quite a few good examples of the PlayStation and a few on the Game Boy, but as I said, you know, it took them quite a long while to get before they could things this bloody fucking fluid. At least PlayStation 1 era. Which I still consider is somewhat not modern system, but not that old system. All things considered, although most people will actually disagree with me. Yeah, technology ever advances, and then you kind of stopped investing all of that advancement into, you know, cooler systems or making the systems like we wanted them to be, but couldn't do it back in the day. Take for example the Yeast series. The Yeast series actually has one entry that I will actually advise you not to play in its original form, because they made a horrible, also action-based RPG, but they basically did a side-scroller style, and they fucked up the difficulty so fucking hard. Luckily enough, that title never left to Japan, and only its remastered or remade version, rather, ever managed to get around, and God bless that. Yeah, but honestly, at least the NDS era was a very short era that didn't really leave much of a mark. I think the only NDS game that I ever actively sought out was the next Golden Sun title. Yeah, pretty sure that was NDS. Apart from that, there were some good things, and they did kind of try to utilize the uniqueness of it, but kind of didn't had the staying power, honestly. Didn't leave as much of a mark, sadly. Because, you know, technically speaking, it wasn't a bad system, by all means. The flooded prison. Look, we've reached the next area. Now at this point, how the fuck did I teleport back home? I don't even remember. There was a way to do this. It's just that I don't fucking remember how. And see, now you have a new area and a complete new background soundtrack that you will listen to for the whole while. And I still don't remember how there was a way to teleport back. I just don't fucking remember how. So I would like to upgrade my weapons. That means I would need to go back to base camp, and if I go back to base camp, I would really like to do this the short way. Actually, one of the more interesting things, of course, you know, a new console and new technology and what it allows is pretty obviously. Shit, this shit again on the ground. A decisive factor. What really determines the era is more so, I think, what the actual games make of it. You know, just because you have suddenly more powerful hardware available doesn't mean that the actually developers make good use of that. It's kind of what you see with the change towards the PlayStation 3 from the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 1 and 2 had very, very great dedicated games to it. What was the... is this... it's the dash thing. That's good. Yes, why walk when you can run? While the PlayStation 3 definitely had the better hardware compared to PlayStation 2, obviously, it was a more powerful tool. But it was one of the very early stages where you could see that Sony was getting a bit of an asshole on one hand, and on the other side of the argument, that really didn't produce that much of the remarkable amount of good games that its predecessors had going for it. Actually, the same can be said, you know, while I wouldn't say that the PlayStation 3 was necessarily a failed system, mind you, Nintendo can sing quite a nice song about that with their, what was it again, the Wii U system? Which, to be fair now, would lend them actually a bit of credence, because now they actually have an opportunity there. They have spent a lot of time, money developing, investing into games for a system that didn't, man. But now with the Switch, I think they're pretty much making bank pretty well. And they have a lot of titles that they can now just continue to throw towards the market. Trying to smoke here. The only actually disadvantage, because games like this obviously don't lend themselves well to side activities. Right. Beep, 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 beep. Now, how many stages were there actually? I don't completely remember, to be fair. And out of price without beep. Yeah. Luckily enough, most of the platforming here is very much on the harmless side. I really wish this end could be saved for the Ark of Napistan, or whatever the fuck it was. It was something like that. If we ever, and I will fight you on that one, bloodily, play that one. I'm not saying I cannot be convinced of doing it, but I will say it will take quite a bit to convince me of playing that. Because that one actually had added special moments. Especially when it came to double jumping. Because, you know, this game, it ends up in a pretty damn modern interpretation of double jumping, just push the button once. But in the Ark of Napistan, in order to do a what is essentially a long jump, not even a double jump, you needed to do a lunge attack into a jump. And there was, I think, at least one passage in the game where you needed, was a bit of a completionist thing basically, but in order to do it, you needed to do 2 long jumps on very limited space, and part of doing a long jump was basically, you know, you had to move forward like this. So basically you needed to time it precisely right, or you fell down and had to start over and over again, and I never cursed, I said loudly. in that particular regard. But since, if memory serves, as far as the E series is concerned, the Arc of Napistan is I think D6, and we are basically at D0, so you know there's still a lot of time. God bless that. I don't want to think about that particular thing. Oh yeah, right, there's actually a breast, yes. There's a solution to that though. The problem is if I try to, or if I rather said, not kill them. Oh yeah, these guns. I think this is the right way first. I think the left leads through the underwater section, because of course there's an underwater section. You know. And I think this is the way that leads us to getting the item necessary to actually hold the breast long enough. Just that I don't completely remember which way that actually had to go first. Stop doing that. Stop mutating it right in my bloody face. Because I think there was one pretty nice grind spot in the flooded prison. Just don't completely remember where. Which is, not uncommon. That's what I played through the original Yeast a few times. Like 3-4 times. I think I only played through Origin, like, well, I mean now 3 times, because the characters kinda force you to do so. Ah, don't fall platform. Believe in yourself. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. But now my memory is somewhat not as reliable for this title than for the next one. Not to some degree, it is. I haven't played these 1 and 2 in such a long while that memory-wise is probably going to be a bit more of a challenge. Might actually be a title where I might rely on a guide more specifically. Just because there's of course some strange little details, the sort of which you will only ever find in old games. Archaic systems. Oh look. Yes, little spear girl. Meet little X girl. And find out who's stronger. Oh yeah, took them down like no one's business. Actually, now that I think about it, I think in order to teleport, I actually need to go back to base first and learn how to. Human gave you some trouble. That's actually that enemy that turns into bats that we fought. It's actually a very, very classical enemy from, was it Yeast 1? I think it's one of the first bosses or so in one of the Yeast, the first or the second game. I think the first one, Yeast 1, yeah. And it's a lot more annoying to deal with in the original. Bit special. Compared to that, this version is just like meh. Well, if you don't want to attack me, I'm gonna happily attack you. It's all about frickin' mobility. Doing some nasty damage to me now. I really don't want to get cornered by this shit. Especially because, you know, there's not really any healing. You just have to fucking fight. Bam. Which, you know, is fair. Whoever said the player has the right to fucking heal themselves. Ugh. Indeed, lost bitch. Yes, Epona, one of the foremost warriors of our people. Of course, the question would then be, from at least a East resident, like, okay, people you say, what people are talking about? Yep, look, her name is quite legit. It says on the screen, Epona. She's a nice little tenant girl. A bit little in the upstairs department, but apart from that, pretty well proportioned. Actually, I think in Hugo's story she's even more important. She kinda gets a bit of a crush on Hugo if memory serves. Oh, well, Hugo as well. Yes, it's mutual love that, isn't it? Interesting. It's all very cute though. There's this nice little rivalry going on with one little Unica. I think she's... I guess she plays a lesser role in the Claus story. Like, not from Ys? How can that be? How can there be people around that are not from the place I know? But yeah, I think we actually do need to walk back all the bloody fucking way towards the base to actually learn of the teleportation ability of these statues, so we can actually use those to teleport through the fucking dungeon. Just a Lila shell. Yes, I can hear you. I know I haven't been back. Sorry. Where's it where we just get a free teleport back? What? Did I just misremember? Would I teleport the whole fucking time and just forgot about it? That sounds like me, to be fair. I'm not saying it's not possible. The command of the night. It is made to camp. I do love that the pattern on his chest is basically just, you know, two cats. He's like, no, wings are cooler. Yeah, you know, here, there, everywhere. We've been around. I do remember you people also being pretty fucking useless by letting yourself they're like, look, I'm the commander and shit, and they're like, yeah, we're senior knights and shit, and we're totally the strong one, and then they say, will get fucking useless, test. Then I have to save their asses. Being heroes hard work, I tell ya. It's Kadina, a sorceress of Ys. Yes, Hugo Fact. Success of the Fact 9. Like, pool your knowledge. What you mean is picking poor little Unica's brain because she's the only one who actually has made some fucking progress. I do love the entitlement. It's like, well, you know, I heard there was a whole world beyond the borders, but I never managed to meet anyone who came from there. Why? Why would you think that? Yes, somebody has to be here and to get my weapons upgraded and shit, you know? Yes, I'm grown up quite a lot. I'm, I think, level 12 or so now. Considering my humble origins, I think that's quite the achievement. But yeah, where do you think you got all of this fucking nice intel on the demons around these levels, eh? It's one that it was all my work. You know, just a tiny reminder. That reminds me, I actually have still a bit of roach salad left, don't I? Let's see, that's the silver price. That's not what I'm looking for. Where is the... Oh yeah, that's the crystal I could have used to fucking teleport, but my brain seems to have deliberately forgotten about that particular part. Yes, please strengthen my weapon. I think one time he does it for free, then he asks for Cleria or just, yeah, don't tell me the details, just make my weapon stronger, please. So my little X has leveled up. Yes, you need more Cleria ore, I know. It's basic D now, nice explanation. And it's a pretty simple upgrade system. Basically you can upgrade your armor and your shoes, your little booties, at the statue for some SP, and you can strengthen your weapon here at the Ricos for Cleria ore. And that's all the upgrades you need. I'm just sure I had a piece of Cleria ore. Oh, yeah, maybe that was what the Rue used. Yeah, strengthening armor. Of course, you know, at the end of the game you kind of want to have everything max level, all the armor's maxed and shit. You don't strictly speaking have to, at least not on the difficulties up to and including normal. Actually, can I? But you know, it's just the typical mindset. It will really never outgrow. Whenever I play an RPG like this, it just kinda seems to be the thing to do. Trained by the best old time shit. See, now I can hold my breath a lot longer. Not that long though. Ah, yes. The lovely thing that is underwater sections. Always such a pleasant thing. That's what we're gonna call that. Actually, stay here. One of the most important moves in the Arc of Napishtim is the downward slash. Believe you me, if we ever get the unfortunate circumstances of having to play that game, you'll see what I mean. Actually, why did you need to do the fucking lunge jump? I think you needed to do that to go to the secret boss, if memory serves. You needed to do that twice actually. Once you go in there just to grab an item, and another time you do it to beat the secret boss, but that is really a pain in the ass because basically you could beat the game around level 50 or so. That already required like an hour or two of grinding. If you wanted to beat the last secret, hidden, nonsensical little boss, you actually needed to grind up the levels quite a bit harder. I think at least level 60. More like 70 honestly, which... Well, that point you had to, in one particular area, because the enemies there were ideal for that. You had to kill like 5 or so enemies over and over and over again by resetting the area by going into the next area and going back. And let's just say that took like fucking 6 hours or so of just pure sitting there repeating the same process over and over again. Now in the past, absolutely was the kind of guy who could do that no problem. Nowadays I feel like I've gotten a bit more impatient honestly when it comes to shit like that. Jesus Christ, was that annoying. I mean, you know, that's absolutely a game of its time, so to speak. As in early PlayStation 2 era is, I guess, what I would call it. And now we have a bit of a problem. Good. Thank you again. Because if I don't beat the glowy red ones, I can't actually proceed. No, then this area. I don't think we can be, yeah. So you do need an ability to actually deal damage to these little cunts. Is there breath in here? Yes, that's the oxygen. And that's the way forward. Oh no, that's the way to a secret, I think. I do like this. It's a nice structure, hasn't it? Every new level giving you something new and exciting to do. And then, I don't really remember where I need to go. I mean, down, that's obvious, but there are some things to grab, basically. Of course, you know, there's always going to be some secrets, otherwise, you know, why would you even bother? Okay, there's a chest over there. I will immediately try to grab that. No, that is not doing well for my oxygen. But the game provides. The game provides indeed. I guess you could say in very general terms, yeah, for the most part, at least as far as my memory goes, this game actually is relatively fair. It rarely puts you into a position where you are outright getting how to put this? An unreasonable challenge. You get... There are some parts that are more challenging. Some of the boss fights later on, we will see, are definitely set up to be more annoying. Actual 11 Strike Warhammer! An artifact, which gives me new ability. That's how I changed those, yes. But hey, at least, you know, well done from a design point. I do remember other games making themselves a bit more of an asshole. Very much so deliberately, mind you. It's a road of fruit again. Especially now, of course, there's more than just one little root that needs feeding. And piglets. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I forgot that there are spikes there. Whoop, whoop. And there are two things you need to do in this room. A, beat all the red shiny little turtles. As obviously. B, open this door. Both are rather obviously requirements to continue. Where's the last turtle? Red little turtle, come to me. There it is. Okay, the right one. Have you opened yet? No, you have not. Where is the last shiny turtle? I can just beat the other turtles up, but there doesn't really is a point in there, is there? Do I need to beat them as well? Yeah, it is. I knew there had to be one more shiny little turtle just sitting around doing shit all. Is there anything else in this room? No. That's always a good idea to check twice. Sometimes you just overlook some things. It happens to the best of us. Self-eaten panaceas. Yes, yes, yes. More HP for me. And I can breathe again. Yeah, that also means the first somewhat efficient grind area is actually around the corner, I think. Yeah. I'll just go through the spikes then. Water. Water sounds like a good idea. We'll quickly beat up the water creatures and then jump more water. You are indeed right, strategy. I should most definitively not, considering my the poor state of my internal organs. Yeah, this is actually the room. That is indeed the grind room. But since we are right now on the lower difficulty, we are actually pretty well set up. Topic, character. I mean, that would be the worst case, yes, but more likely, if I don't keep up my good intake, I might end up in a situation of kidney stones first and foremost, and those are already unhappy enough. I think there's an achievement for filling this out completely. You know, all the characters, all the monsters. I see how some of them are missing stuff, like for the Sopus Mayu Carol, we're missing the XP, Diff, and Gold. I would need to defeat more of them to get all of these infos. I don't think I could ever be bothered, honestly, but it's a thing. A thing you can do. But yes, this is indeed... Basically, you come in here, you beat up these things, then you get extra bonus stats, like, you know, more XP per kill. And then you kill these guys here, because these actually give a good amount of XP. Then you go over here, where you find a room, and then you basically just go back and do it again and again and again. Will you give it a little fruit? Little fruit, of course we will. We're not monsters, we'll give you a Rhoda fruit. Really deep, 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 deep. Then we get a topaz, and Bolt Crush has increased its power. It has indeed. And of course, as I said, you know, since we are on the... One of the characters we will have to play on normal. And on normal, I would actually advise you to stay here a little bit and do a bit of leveling. Because, as I said, you know, it's easy enough to get the max bonus for XP and shit here. For the monsters are positioned. But it actually does lend itself rather well to that. Obviously you don't have to, but it will make some of the upcoming fights a bit easier if you do spend a bit of time here. Jumping I had to learn the hard way the first time around. I think on the first, yeah, I think the very first character played on, started with Hugo. Played it on easy because I was like, yeah, okay, let's take the an easy introduction. Then I played little Unica here on very easy because I was like, okay, wanna get that out of the way. And then I played the Claw normal, and then I was like, ah, shit. This is suddenly a lot. Ridiculously lot more difficult. Then I actually do need it to sit down and do some fucking grinding, but you know. Still a very, very reasonable level, all things considered. Yay. Let's see, anything else? Actually, didn't we pick up another piece of armor? Yes, we did. New booties. Very, very smexy booties. Now they have maxed smexiness. What more could you ask for? Although we cannot afford anything else, to be fair. Chatnish Dynamis. You know, I read that right. Beep, beep. Yes, put in the metal. And the last time we opened the door like this, why did I end up with a boss fight? And I have a strange premonition that we might do the very same again. But yeah, it's this fucker. Yeah. Memory resurfaces the very moment I step in. Got a card, that's a strange statue. Looks a bit strangely put on that wall, doesn't it? It's like, huh. Are you sure that's a statue? I mean, yeah, it's kind of disgusting. And don't follow the idea that if insects just were bigger, they wouldn't be less disgusting. No, they are still just as disgusting as they always were. How does this go again? I think I need to wait for you to come down, because I can't actually double jump. How can I hit you? No. Will you come down there, bitch? You need to beat you need to literally beat the armor off of him. As we all know, many insects have an exoskeleton, which is rather handy little thing for them. Not as so handy for us. We want to be barreling shit out of them. Stop! Stop! Criminal scum! Don't move! There seems to be still some armored part of you. Oh yeah, those things. Yeah. Kick the max. Tap, 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 tap. Which part of you didn't I disarm yet? Ah shit, he's doing that shit again. Ah, no, fuck you. Fuck you! What are you standing for? Ouch. Get down here, bitch. Jesus. Get enough yet? He's like, nah, not really. I wanna go for another spin. No, let me hit your head. Ah! I'm not hitting it! Wait, no, I hit it. Screw you, bitch! Ding, 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 ding. Phew. It's always nice to have it over and done with. And look, suddenly we get a new background. Guilty fire. How fire can be guilty, I don't know, but we'll just assume it is. Fire chickens! Die, creatures of evil. And fire, but mostly evil. Or something. Something along these lines in particular, I will assume. Oh yeah, right, you can jump actually. Then you throw shit at me. There's this guy. You spawn fire chickens if memory serves. Stop being little fire chickens. You're making me unnecessarily hungry. Chicken. Actually, can I hit you with that? I miss my double jump. When do I actually get double jump though? That is something I'm not remembering too shortly. The next step here. Maybe. I'm not too sure. We shall see. Alright, yeah. Now we need to save these little creature, Miusha. Hugo is busy. Hugo is very busy. Actually, no, we will find out what Hugo is all about. In his route. We will learn that Hugo is most definitely not a gentleman, to put it mildly. Actually, fairly enough, he's a bit of an asshole. Yeah. It's always nice to have a tool that is supposed to be your little rescue, your escape feather or whatever the fuck you have. And then messing it up. That's Miyusha in a nutshell. She's really not the most safe creature to be around. He has a tendency to be somewhat accident prone. He should actually manage to see the Yodis. Look, it's another evil guy. Look, doesn't he look evil? The man with the claws. Yeah, Unica, maybe, you know, not speaking about that would be a lot better, but apparently she just has a tendency to put her foot into her mouth most proudly. And so we are once again having to hurry along, but yeah, it's pretty difficult. It's not like we can make this any faster. The tower kinda determines our pace most definitively. The red moon crest. An item. We will use it at some point in the future. This time, please teleport, you know, to the right place. Totally a bit unfair if you ask me. I can only manage to teleport to places and statues I've already seen. She manages to teleport upwards the tower. Now you would assume that under normal circumstances, since we are looking for someone, that seems to be quite the genius ability. Nobody else seems to agree. Oh, Miyusha. There's a bit of an unlucky streak in general, I would say. Hello, fire chickens. Stop being fire chickens. You are not allowed. This is a no fire chicken zone. Yeah, now we go here and then we'll continue on a long journey. And a long journey each will be right. Probably gonna feel a lot longer than it actually will be, all things considered, but you kinda get the idea. I think it's Methinkus, yes, Methinkus very much so. Once we're in the next area, I'm gonna take a moment to actually take a few puffs of my little pee. I would, if I want to immediately fucking protect the fucking creatures of the abyss. Stop doing that, you cunt!